Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Khaosity here, back again for a brand new video here on the channel. And today we finally got us some more new footage. We got some tweets to look at, so we're gonna go ahead and get into all of that. But before we do, if you like the video, drop a like, and if you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. We're on our way to 400. We are almost there. But first things first, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this Sky Sanctuary footage that we got with some music and crystal clear gameplay. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that right now. And of course, we already know that the music is more of that EDM stuff that Otani likes. Really the good EDM, like the Avatar stage EDM music. So I'm not really that mad about it. But yeah, looking here, since again, typical cyberspace gameplay, completely expected. This man died. Okay. This man died on the easiest level design I've ever seen. The straightest level design I've ever seen. He fell off. I'm not gonna lie, these orange hoops, they're looking kind of generous with how you come into contact with them. But anyway, doesn't really matter. Rail switching section. We've seen this before. Got springs on the end of each rail, so even if you do mess up, you can't die. This rail switching section is actually more treacherous. There's no springs, and there's spikes on the rail, so pretty good. He wasn't boosting there, so he didn't have that much momentum to get up. More orange rings into the rail, into the end of the stage. Man, these stages are short, dude. Okay, so that's the end of it, and I'm going to pause right here. Actually, it is good because we get to see what the rankings are actually like, because in the previous demos they were all capped at like 99 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that was just because it's just a regular demo. They want to showcase how the game plays and whatnot. But I feel like this is this is an actual demo of the game, so they actually have the rankings here, and S rank is 55 seconds, and S rank is under a minute. G, bro. Alright, S rank 55, 1 minute for an A rank, 110 for a B rank, 120 for a C, and this dude got a D rank, so I'm assuming that's the worst one because it's not even displayed up on screen. But yeah, Sky Sanctuary. Simple enough. Moving on from that, we got, what is next? Chemical Plant that we could take a look at here with the music as well. And yeah, and of course, obviously, this is the Generations Chemical Plant. So the level design is actually not bad, but of course, it's hecka short. Got the rail. And by the way, all footage captured in this video was basically provided by Beats, so shout out to Beats. His link will be in the description. And another channel called Famicast, because I got some footage from their videos as well. But yeah, into that rail, they even made getting on that rail easier. They give you a spring to just line you up for that rail instead of aiming for it yourself. Okay. They completed this in 58 seconds, but the S rank is way more lenient here, so I'm kind of curious about that. A C rank is a minute 40. Anyway, moving on from that, again, cyberspace gameplay. We already know it's basically the worst part of the game. This footage right here actually shows the cocos, because apparently when you stand still, the cocos will show up in front of you, the ones that you've collected. Was Sonic doing like an emote right there? Am I not the only one who saw that? But yeah, it's basically just a cool little clip that basically explains why the cocos we've been seeing in recent gameplay are there. That's because the cocos that you've collected, they show up in front of you after you stand idle for a couple seconds. So yeah, that's pretty good. And the next piece of footage, or the last piece of footage I have here right now, is someone from the Famicast channel talking about the performance about Sonic Frontiers on the Switch. So I'll let this footage play out. You won't hear my voice over this one.
As expected, things are a little bit scaled back in the Switch version of the game. Even with that said, though, I think everything seemed to be running pretty smoothly when it comes to frame rate, possibly at or around 60 frames per second. The environments that were on offer in the demo, it was wide open and full of vegetation and mountains, but upon further inspection, I think the ground textures were a bit bland and a little bit blurry, but this is probably something you won't notice too much of once you're zooming around the stages and like all that type of stuff. Yeah, I mean, even at fast speeds and cutscenes, I think Frontiers still ran pretty well on the system, so that was pretty nice. One of my only serious gripes with the game visually had to do with the text. Now, it was just really small, especially playing in handheld mode on the older Switch model. I mean, of course, this will likely, or hopefully, be something that can be adjusted in the settings in the final build of the game.
Okay, and that was that clip. So it was this guy talking about the performance of the Switch version of Frontiers, and as you can see from the video, it does appear to be running at 60 frames per second. Now, I don't know if that's just because of the cutscene. I don't know if the cutscenes run at 60, but like the actual gameplay runs at like 30 or like 45 or something. But he says that it's running close to 60, and we don't actually get to see gameplay because it's a Switch, so you kind of have to put down your camera to play it. But remember, this is at Tokyo Game Show, and the booths at Tokyo Game Show were absolutely packed. All right, like the booths were absolutely packed, so he had to play the Switch version. But yeah, like according to him, looks pretty good. So we'll just have to wait and see until the official Switch port comes out to see what the actual performance is like. Because if you guys remember back in the Direct video when Frontiers got revealed in the Direct initially, the footage was more of like I think 30 or like 40 FPS. So if it's running at a full 60, well, I don't even really know, because they couldn't even get Colors Ultimate to run at 60 on the Switch, and that's a Wii game, so who knows. So yeah, that's all the footage I got. Moving on to tweets now. We got some more info. First things up, Sonic Frontiers received a Japan Game Awards Future Division, first award in the Future category for a series. Thanks to all the fans who always support us. Thank you all very much. So yeah, Sonic Frontiers actually won an award in Japan. And obviously this makes sense because, as you guys know, they're going for high marks on this game. It only makes sense that they would get an award for this, not gonna lie. But this is the first indication that this game is actually like, top of the line, none of that cheap BS that we was getting throughout the meta era. Moving on from that, next tweet I got talks about the script for Sonic Frontiers, and if we look here, you can see that this is the English script compared to the Japanese script. Tails, Amy, Japanese, Tails, Amy, English. Looks like I'm the only one who made it out of that, whatever it was. In the Japanese version, he says that place looked like Green Hill, but what is this place? So he's talking about the island that he comes out on, because as you guys know, you start off in cyberspace, you escape it onto the Starfall Island. So he's wondering what the Starfall Islands is. In the English, the AI calls him mortal. In Japanese, the Protus that has the possibility. Okay, I don't know what that means. What's Protus? Can I look that up real quick? Wait, I looked it up. Apparently Protus means single-celled organism. It's the AI calling Sonic a single-celled organism. In the English version, keep going, he gets scared. Yow. Hello. Japanese, he just says, who are you? English, the AI tells him, you have done the impossible. You escaped cyberspace through your own power. You are the key. In the Japanese version, you are a man of miracles who have overcome cyberspace through your own power. You are the key to resolution. So yeah, you basically get the gist of it here. I'll just show you the rest of the images. The Japanese version is actually very different compared to the English version, which is usually the case with most things. So it's not really that much new information, but is interesting to see. And if anything, this makes me want to follow the Japanese script more than the English script, because the Japanese script seems to be way more interesting. We have next some screenshots of Big the Cat. my boy, the GOATs himself. So yeah, as you can see here, you got the fishing hole, you got Big. He looks really good. His textures are amazing because these images are high res as well. Got Sonic fishing. You got the menu. So let me take a look at this actually. What seems to be, you can buy some Cocos, Seeds of Defense, Seeds of Power. You could buy the hearts, vault keys, portal gears, rings, what I think is XP. So yeah, big shop. You can actually buy a lot of things here. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What we have next is what that giant emerald structure on Kronos Island looks like up close. Yeah, so what we have here, we have one of the emerald vaults, silver emerald vault. On top of the structure, there's a coin there, a fishing coin, multiple fishing coins. You have some destructible objects from the looks of it. Going down to the middle of the structure, you have enemies in here, a bunch of soldiers you can fight. And looking up, you'll see the Zap logo, which we still don't know what this means. Because obviously this logo has some kind of significance in the game, but we still don't know what it means. So we'll probably just have to figure that out on our own. But again, moving on from that, last thing I have here is the boost, some info on the boost. The boost isn't considered an attack like it is in previous Sonic games. So like obviously if you were playing Unleashed Gens or even Colors, you can just boost right through enemies. But in this game, since I'm assuming they want you to actually like, you know, slow down and fight the things, it took away the hitbox from the boost. So even if you're boosting, you can still take damage. Alright, you can still take damage. So another little piece of information there. But that is going to be it for me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like. And if you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about all this new stuff down below. What do you think of Big's fishing? What do you think of the cyberspace, even though we already know how the cyberspace is? What do you think of the Switch version actually being able to run at 60 FPS? Let me know down below. But until next time, peace.